I hate when daylight saving ends. I just hate having to go to work in the dark and to leave work in the dark. Basically, I just hate at work having sunlight all the time. Hola diehards, well I'm going to give you an update on what's going on at Seville and everything else in Seville at the moment. The documentary I'm working on is kind of starting to make a headway. We still haven't come up with a basic idea of it, but what we're doing at the moment in relation to everything else we're doing at Seville FC is that we are getting stock footage of the players. We're also getting a few interviews which we can use later that are just general interviews and should be coming along nicely. Of course, because I'm doing really After Effects and titles and so on like that, my role doesn't come into play until much later. So it may be next week I don't give an update just because there's nothing that I can say of which I contribute to it. So when my role does come around, that's when you'll get a proper update. As for things in Seville, now we've been here 6 weeks, things are starting to form into a pattern, and that gives good and bad points. The good points being we know what we're doing now and we're not in that state of shock and awe and confusion about what we're meant to be doing. We're just getting along with it and doing it. The negative side of that means that we're also trying to get into a rut, and the things that we were not overtly happy about, like a few nagging things, well they're still around and they've gone from a little nag to an annoyance and possibly a nuisance, and we're just trying to rectify that whole thing. Our Spanish is coming along okay, but at the same time we all know that we're not going to leave here fluent. I know that's not something that we should be thinking of anyway, but I think it's also because we do stick around as a group a lot, and therefore when we're in a group we also talk in English. One guy also does a weekly video series in English where I think that kind of detracts.
That's the joke.
But ultimately, I'm not down about anything really, as in, if I was still in the UK I would probably just be doing the exact same thing, which would be I'd be in a rut, but I'd be looking for a job, or I'd be doing a temp job that wasn't really in the field I wanted to. But ultimately I am happy here, I am having a good time, and to prove it, here are some videos of things that we've been doing over the last weekend, and they're gonna be in super slow motion. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Adios, amigos!